Good morning. Happy Monday. Time and again, I've had people tell me the Supreme Court says, or they'll say, the law is X, Y, or Z. And I will always respond in the same way. Cite the case, cite the case, cite the case, cite the case, cite the case. Case is control. When you're writing your memorandum of points and authorities and whatever you need a memorandum of points and authorities is in the table of contents section, the very first thing you will lead with is cases. Cases take priority. Cases control. If you don't have a case on it, then you'd cite the statute. But if there's a case that interprets the statute or the Constitution, then you cite the case, cite the case, cite the case, cite the fucking case. And the reason why is because if there's a case on point, then you need to know it. And if there is no case on point, well, then you're really just fucking guessing. You're guessing at what an appellate judge will determine, and your guess may be as good as mine. In science, it doesn't work that way. And the law has had to grapple with science and experts and the methodology those experts use to arrive at their opinions. And as we like to do, is we've developed a test. Actually, we've developed a couple tests. There's the Fry test, which only a few states use, if I remember correctly. And then there's the Daubert test, which California uses and which the federal government uses. So I remember the Daubert test and I don't remember the Fry test. Also, the Daubert test has a useful acronym of TAPES because there are 5 things that you need to remember for Daubert. And they are how you remember it. There you go. All right. So Daubert asks, the Daubert test asks, has it been tested? Has the methodology been tested and shown to be accurate? Has it been accepted by the scientific community? Has it been peer reviewed in actual reputable peer reviewed journals? What is the known error rate? Because most methodologies have a known error rate. And I always struggle on the last one. S is, I think it's like the standards. Yes, standards. Are there standards in place to make sure that the tests are done the same way every time? And most scientific tests will make it past a Daubert test. You have your blind control groups. You have, group that receives X, group that receives Y, and group that receives nothing at all. You treat them all the same, blah, blah, blah. Known error rates, etc., etc. Science passes that. YouTube videos don't. YouTube videos aren't useful. Opinion blogs aren't useful. I mean, you might be able to cite Bender or Witkin or something like that and their interpretation of whatever evidentiary rule or something if you can't find a case on point. You're not going to cite an opinion blog. You're not going to cite a newspaper article. And that's what anti-vaxxers just don't understand. Is it just like in the law, in real life, there are some things that have a greater value as far as evidence is concerned. And the opinion of some anti-vaxxer asshole means nothing. It means literally nothing. The opinion of a peer-reviewed scientific study means a lot. In fact, the only thing that can controvert a peer-reviewed scientific study is another peer-reviewed scientific study that has better methodology and is more repeatable, et cetera, et cetera. There are no amounts of opinion pieces. And by the way, just so everybody knows, alternative medicine makes billions of dollars a year. Billions and billions, hundreds of billions. Vaccines, acupuncture, chiropractors. The list goes on and on. And the difference between alternative medicine and real medicine is as soon as it works, it becomes real medicine. And until it works, it's alternative medicine. There's plenty of money out there to fund studies to show that vaccines don't work. And trust me, Emergency would love to sell you a vitamin C boost kit to help you get rid of polio. They would love that. Scientifically studied to show that it reduces the effect of polio. Just take more vitamin C. I'm pissing fluorescent green. Just take more vitamin C. Oh, it didn't work for you? Well, you know, there is that margin of error rate. Anyway, my point is that here was a little bit of law, and here's a little bit of me just despising anti-vaxxers. Because that's one thing that they never have. The SOVSITs can never cite the case, or at least never cite a case that actually means what they need it to mean. And anti-vaxxers can never cite a peer-reviewed study that shows that vaccines are ineffective, that they are unsafe. Oh, somebody somewhere died from one. Okay, congratulations. Somebody somewhere died from eating a ham sandwich. Doesn't make it unsafe. They just can't show any scientific studies proving their points. That's why they have to try to lob YouTube video after YouTube video and misunderstood insert after misunderstood measles insert. God, they love those measles inserts. They don't realize that that's just the drug company covering its ass. But whatever. Anyway, I think I've bagged on anti-vaxxers long enough. No, I guess you can never bag on anti-vaxxers long enough. That's like saying that you've bagged on SOVSITs long enough. And trust me, there's never enough time for me to get over laughing at SOVSITs being SOVSITs. I love those idiots. They still come in here and try to give me legal advice. I'm talking to you too, Truth for Liberty, you big dumb SOVSIT. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day.